You have been told many lies of Middle-earth.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for episode 6 of The Rings of Power. This was a WTF episode. We had 2 story arcs combined with the numerate. I cannot talk now. The Numeranians and the people of the Southlands. They came in clutch at the last minute and a volcano exploded. And I'm thinking, is this the birth of Mordor? And we have with us tonight, Sam, what's up, man?
What's up, people?
And
What's up?
we have Mike, Jedi Mike, what's up? Oh, sir. You have the contemplating fingers and your glasses. It's just askew. I don't know what you're thinking. Please tell us what you thought of this episode.
Oh, you want Mike to go first or me?
I guess Mike doesn't want to go first. Sam, why don't you go?
You want me to go first?
Yes, go first.
I'm gonna say this on record, and anybody can disagree with me if they want to. This was lit. I love this episode. Not only have I've been anticipating, there actually being a legit battle, but I think that I only estimated it being one battle, like a fight for survival, because it was kind of like the people of the Southlands, they were huddled up. I kind of said last week, I was like, what they could be talking about is taking the tower down. And I was like, okay, that's one plan of action, but how do you deal with the surrounding forces that are coming from below and above? And it just proceeded to escalate. I mean, the show is already gorgeous and beautiful, but when you actually have like impounding action with good choreography and actual stakes, like people were dying left and right, bro. Like, and I love this episode. Like, I mean, I'm gonna be y'all, whatever y'all feel is cool, but this was it. And I feel like for those people that have been kind of waiting for like action to actually pick up, this will be the episode for you. Like, this is the one you're like, okay, like I love the Two Towers. Like, I love the Return of the King. I want to see battles. I want to see Gadriel actually go and show what she's worth, or actually show what some of these characters can actually do when they're under pressure. Because honestly, when the elf and what we think is his son and old girl that just got cauterized, when they were in that situation, I was like, this is dope. This is dark. And I was like, it takes a different edge to this universe that I was waiting for. So I love this episode. So go ahead, Mike. Wait, no, he went away.
I think he was after something, but
yeah, no, I like to basically like going to the Sam's point was like going to like the high moments of Lord of the Rings, saying a battle moment or like a monumental moment. It's like if you go back to how like Desolation of Smaug, how it ended, basically ending off that cliffhanger, that's basically what I kind of felt with this coming episode, what they're doing. Because yes, we have scenes of like, oh, knowing what the vision, what they told, what was all this thing would lead to. Now here we are. Now, so I thought it was a good payoff. I thought some things were kind of dragged on, where it's like, okay, well, I mean, I know the horse is fast, but come on, like, just like I just pick it up a little bit. But that was it. That was my only kind of grievances of it, though. But again, I felt all of that kind of went away with the payoff at the ending, when the whole Jupe, like, wait, that's not he. He doesn't have this have the thing, so it's a little axe in there. It's like, uh oh. So someone did a Jupe.
So I'm confused by that. There are a few things that confused me in this episode, and where the sword turned up was one of them. Like, who did the switcheroo? That's where I'm confused at. Where did he really hide it, and why did the one guy manage to find it? If that was him, did Adar quickly do a switch off as Galadriel and Halbrand was chasing him? Where was the switch off? that's what I'm not sure of, and I was wondering what you guys thought of that.
So we can go to that moment if you really pay attention before they go and they start to chase them off. All they knew is when everything was popping off. Is it Arendir? Is that correct?
Yeah, Arendir told Galadriel.
Arendir told Galadriel what he has. We got to make sure we get it back. She never opened it up. I don't remember her ever opening it up. I don't ever seeing him, exposing it. It's to be honest, it's like a Trojan horse. Like you go and you haul butt as far as you can, as fast as you can, because you're like, okay, this is desperation. This is what we're planning on doing. Any good leader, you're like, I'm gonna give them the switcheroo. I'm gonna make it feel like this whole entire time this is what it was. And because the thing is, because it's so sacred, they don't know how dark it is. They kept it wrapped up. If she would have just looked at it and saw what it really was, I think that, we wouldn't have had the situation. I call that negligence because I think this is the other part of that. And I'll give him credit for it. He was egging them both on. One, what's his name? Hallbrand really wanted to kill him. Galadriel didn't know why, but that man was almost dead. So they couldn't get a word out as to what the item was. Then when they finally cornered him and start talking to him, he was still provoking them. We didn't know why he was provoking them, but it makes sense now because it's like, oh, okay, we got him captured. Everything's good. And I think it was legitimately a switcheroo. Like this man knew how to play the game, and they should have known something was up in the way they got set up from the beginning. Because it's like you got to have a fail-safe. These folks run underground. So if they're using human shields, anything can go. But I think that's what ended up being the case. And I give him credit for it because I was like, yo, he played them like fiddles.
And I gotta give credit to like my issue. I have a lot of scenes or like not like in other shows when they do war and battle. I don't know if it's just a military family coming out of me, but if that doesn't make any sense to me, I'm gonna call it out. Like that wasn't very strategic. But actually, they did it very good. They let use their own men against them, and that's when the whole cavalry came. But then again, another cavalry came. But again, they kind of played with the whole trope of how war is, right? You think like, oh, okay, this is the hurrah moment where they come in, and actually, nah, not really, So I think that again, it was just, I think they were kind of playing on, I don't want to say stereotypical like war strategy in films or shows, or I guess just in storytelling. And I guess they kind of at the end how they paid off. I thought that was very unique.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
No, I think I agree with that because if you think about like Game of Thrones and like take Battle of the Bastards, like it was pretty clear cut. Like it was like either you're losing or you have somebody that's got backup for you. These folks actually had the backup. And it still didn't work. Like they got legit like screwed over because of negligence. And it was kind of like, that's what I love about this kind of world, because like when you have magic on the scope of this, like, and it also ties into the vision that we have been thinking it was going to be somewhere else. Lo and behold, no, it was there. And oh man, I'm sorry. I'm geeking out. Y'all keep going. I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah.
Myself. All right, there we go. It's just the vision, what we thought was the vision. Even I was completely wrong about it. I thought we were still going to be at Numenor. Mm-hmm. No, it was here.
Yep.
Here in the Southlands. And it wasn't just like a dam or water. The water caused the volcano to erupt.
Yep. Yep.
And again, because we are in the Southlands, do you think that's Mordor? That volcano is Mordor.
So the weird thing is, if you look at the architecture of how the whole thing was structured, it wasn't just to, lay the waste of that area. I feel like it was to unleash something. Like that felt like a key to unleash something. And the only thing I can think of is like Stranger Things, right? Like when we finally got the last person that unlocked something, we don't know what the gates of H.W. Hawkins is coming out of there, But based on this world, what we've seen, we can perceive that, yeah, I think it is. I definitely think it is. Which is going to be interesting to see what that means. Yeah, the implications of that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so is Adar dead? I'm assuming so. It seems like he was willing to, die for this. And he keeps on saying that, the orcs need a home too. And it's like, is this is a way to give him a home, pretty much. And it was just interesting throughout this whole episode. It kept on like faking us out. Like it was predictable, but at the same time, it wasn't, because of some of the twists that came in later in the episode. So like when they did the first skirmish, I'm like, it ain't over. Yeah, y'all celebrating too early. I was saying that when you heard me. I was like, this is too soon. Y'all celebrating too soon.
Baby
Right.
mama
They got
been getting
attacked
on my
again. This was
nerves.
the first skirmish. This was the first wave, y'all. No, stop.
Yeah.
And then they got cornered. And
Yeah.
it's interesting to me with plot armor. Because I was worried about Bronwyn for a second, and I was like, she should have died. I'm sorry, but she should have died. I just feel like where is this going? Yes, I would have been sad if she left, but I just feel like they were setting her up and it didn't pay off. Other than her greeting Halbrand for a minute, I was like, wait, could Halbrand be Theo's baby daddy? I'm like, no, you're too brown for that.
Wait, are y'all talking about?
Arendir's love interest, who I'm very glad they finally kissed. Okay.
Oh, okay. So wait, so y'all upset because she didn't die?
No. I'm not upset. I'm just thinking that it was plot armor, and I just think that what is her purpose now other than being Arendir's love interest and Theo's mother? Now they did have a touching moment. I will say that. What did you think of the moments between Arondir and Bronwyn, and then also Theo and Arondir? Because they seem to be getting closer, even with everything that's been going on. What are y'all thoughts on that little family?
So I think that, their love, and I think their child, they've been trying to keep secret, even in print sight. Like, I think there's a reason why they don't make physical contact, because they don't want to even leave anybody with an inkling that could be possibly their kid. But I think that they are secure in that, even in the way that, they were trying to protect each other. So my perception of why she didn't die is because I think that they're going to try to marry her off to
Halbrand?
Yes. The way that the queen, because this is the thing, everybody in the Southlands look up to her. They know of him, but she was the one that took up the reins. She was the one that was like, yo, we're going to do it this way. We're going to follow this way. And it's kind of like, it would make sense to be like, okay, she's our leader here. You're our new unappointed king. Like, y'all merge together and lead us effectively. And there's nothing that Arondir can do about that, because he can't reveal the truth. That, this is somebody that I hold dear. This is the mother of my child. And I think that was the reason why she can't die. I think that's legit the next course of her action, because they could have just killed her, and then it would have been a situation where Arondir and Theo would have to survive together and have to work together. But then that's kind of cliche too, because Theo technically still is holding a lot of darkness within himself. And he still really now definitely can't let it go, because it literally slipped through his fingers. Now he feels even more responsible and more guilt. So I think that her death wouldn't have made sense in this situation, because what they're going to use her for moving her. But it was kind of like the way that they set it up. It was a really good fake out. I think that I give them credit for the way they fit, because I was like, daggone, like, I mean, they're going to cauterize this wound. But you know how, like, you see certain movies, especially like foreign movies, you do all this, and then the person just slits the person's throat right at the end. And
Right.
Like, they're dead anyway. It's like all that, and you just, break this man's whole heart, and the little boy too. But I love them as a family. Like, I think that they are an interesting bunch. I want to see Theo draw nearer to Arondir, and I want Arondir to step up as a dad that can't be a dad. You know what I mean? Because I think that they technically on paper can't. because it's unheard of, and especially the way that they way she kind of talked down to Agar and kind of what he has gone through and what he is. I don't think that they want Theo to be subjected to that. So I love their relationship and where it's going to go from this point. Now I think that got to step up for me.
All right, Mike.
First of all, baby mama was getting on my nerves. I'm sorry, that's my name for her. She would get on my nerves. Listen, I know she's trying to act all tough and everything. Every time this trope, this is one line from Jurassic World from Chris Pratt when one of the new trainees, when his back fell against over the rail and into the pit of Velociraptor. She's like, "Make sure you keep your back to the walls." Right, and this is just scene. This is one scene that she had where she saved him and had this very very intense scene with him with this other orc taking something off of his face and then dripping black blood over him, and I was like, yo, this is getting intense. But then he gets saved by her, but then her back is up against there and just like, oh no, they're about to get hit. And then guess what happened? Daddy got hit with arrows, mama got hit with arrows. I was like, y'all, come on. You knew better.
I mean, they civilians, to be fair, bro. They ain't.
But you're the B-list characters, or I guess sporty characters. So you got importance and some lack of armor. That's durable.
No, for real. I thought she was going to get hit as soon as she saved Arondir instead of when she got hit. I was expecting it a lot sooner because that's the typical moment where you expect it to happen. I even expected it when Homeboy saved his other homeboy, Isildur's friends. They got into the scuffle. The blonde was in trouble, and then Homeboy saved him. I thought he was going to get killed at that moment too. It was a little bit iffy, but they managed to keep him alive for now. I feel like they're going to die. I definitely think they're going to die. It's just a matter of when they're going to die.
But who's going to die?
Isildur's friends. If they don't die through this volcano explosion, they're gonna die in another battle. It's just obvious that that's where they're going. They're not gonna make it either through this season or maybe throughout next season. They're not gonna make it.
I don't know. I'm gonna stay out of that one. I don't really know.
I just see the writing on the wall with that. And of course he's gonna be sad about it, and then he's gonna move on. But I liked the Arondir fight scene with the troll, but I felt like it took a little too long. Did I?
Yes.
Because I felt
I don't think it was too long. I think that scene was intense for a reason, for dramatic, but again, I wasn't complaining. I actually liked it. Same thing with that scene with him, he had to go to multiple people, the big, what character you call it? Big muscle, I guess, right? That was a good
character
scene.
You have to defeat. Yeah, I was expecting it, but I don't know. For some reason, it just felt like the pacing of it was just taking slightly too long. And I'm like, okay, when is it going to happen? When is someone going to save his behind? Okay, it's coming. I know it's coming. Oh, it's finally here. Thank you. I don't know. I felt like the choreography was just a little slow for me. I don't know why. I liked it, but I felt like it was still a little slow. I don't know. That was just me. But Galadriel, this is what I wanted in the first episode. Not just her fighting with a group of people. I actually wanted Halbrand to see a little more Halbrand fighting, because I only saw a quick glimpse of him, and then he was chasing off after Galadriel, and I thought it was good of him to kind of bring it around so they can both meet Adar in the middle. And it was nice that he didn't enter the horse. Thank you, Halbrand. Thank you for that. You kind of tricked him, but you didn't cut at him. And then they had this moment, and I'm like, were y'all expressing some feelings for each other? Did I feel some sexual tension with Galadriel and Halbrand?
I mean, at this point, it's just another Tuesday.
Yeah, they definitely were showing levels of effect. I thought it was interesting when Halbrand and old girl had to interact. when the queen kind of had them all interact, you could tell Galadriel and Elendil were kind of like Erendir were like, I don't know. And I feel like that was intentional for them to be together during that moment after they both have like a real significance. So yeah, it's evident that she has feelings for him. And he already expressed how he feels, but that duty comes into play. And I found this one picture. I don't know if this was promotional art initially, but I had never seen this picture, and it makes so much more sense now. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I was like, why are they all bunched together?
Well, I also think they represent the Southlands. So I think that's one reason why. But I also think, like you're saying, Sam, there's gonna be a love triangle. And I don't know why the love triangles irk me. They irk me to my soul, to my core. Because I know it's to move the plot along and to give that star-crossed level feel, but sometimes it just doesn't. Sometimes it's just not necessary.
Yeah, they're gonna have to marry him off to somebody, and
Bronwyn is the likely candidate. Yeah,
I think it's gonna end up being her, unfortunately.
But I am glad that, again, we finally get two story arcs colliding with each other. And I have a feeling that the Harfoots are going to eventually collide with everyone else, especially after the volcano erupts. I have a feeling that they're moving south. So I think they'll eventually meet up. So that will be interesting to see as well. Because it's fine for me that they focused on this for the entire episode. And I was fine with it. Like I was fine not seeing Elrond and Durin because we saw them last week, as well as the Harfoots. So, what are y'all's predictions for the next episode? Like, of course, we're going to see the aftermath of this at the volcano erupting and who died. I am worried about Isildur's dad because he ran off. And I'm like, is this how you gonna kill him off? Like, I was hoping that he would die like in a battle. Like, I'm worried.
I got some.
I mean, he almost died in the battle. His son had to go save him.
No, someone else saved him.
Halbrand saved him at the last minute, but his son was there.
Yes.
Fire and blood. Oh wait, sorry. No.
Wrong show, Mike. Wrong show.
Water and chaos. Yes. You know the whole story of Noah's Ark. Just anyway. Sorry, giving references there, but yeah, I think what's gonna be happening. I think the dad pops out in the next episode. Now in terms of the other characters at this point, because how many episodes we got left? I think two or three more.
Like
3
more.
Okay, maybe 3. I think it's 10 total. Let me
double. So I can't expect any more deaths until the second last set. I don't think I'm not gonna expect any deaths until the second last episode. But I think in terms of that father, that was like no, it's time. In my professional opinion,
the way that they wrote him in this episode, for sure, he's not. I mean, I think we're gonna see him again, but he's gonna be like either 1, maimed to the point that he's dying, or 2, he's just gonna be like legit on his last breath, and his son is gonna be there. So yeah, I don't think he's gonna make it. I don't think Agar died, because if you look back, when they showed like a lot of the soot and stuff coming through, he wasn't there. Like when it actually went through like the area that he was at with his chains, he wasn't actually there. So I'm predicting that they're gonna have him go somewhere underground. I just don't know to what and to what means. I think I go back to what he said. Is it like 2 episodes ago that he was going to become a god or something like that? And we still don't know, because he gave this weird story about how he killed Sauron, and she said, "Nah, that ain't real. I don't believe that." I don't know who he really is, because we now know that he's half elf and half Wait, no, he's one of the first orcs. Is that what they?
And that seems to be the implication, or that he got experimented on to, I think, help create the orcs.
Yeah.
And then Sauron kept experimenting, and I think Adar had a conscience, supposedly, and he was like, I'm sick of it. Let's just do our own thing. F Sauron. Although, again, I don't know how true his story is. I smell BS too. I don't think that's slightly the whole truth.
Right.
Because this is too planned out for you to be like, oh, I killed Sauron.
Yeah, nah. Somebody's pulling this man's strings to do everything he's doing right now. Like, it was almost like he knew. It almost like he didn't seem like he was surprised by anything. It was really weird. But for sure, the aftermath, I think, is going to be really fascinating to see who did bite it. How many casualties? It'd be sad if the queen died. And it's like her dad has been like, it's gonna be another Amanda Waller dead all over again.
No,
because I mean,
it's like Spartacus, Arrow. No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Amanda Waller.
Whoa. I must have missed it. Amanda Waller's dead?
She is Amanda Waller in the Arrow universe. She plays Amanda Waller.
Yeah. No, I knew that.
Point blank in broad daylight.
Yeah, because I don't.
I must have missed that. I think I stopped watching
Arrow season 3.
No,
Yep.
no, not season 3.
Yes.
What's it, season 3?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. It's, oh my goodness.
Yeah, because at the time she was also doing Spartacus.
It was right around the same. Well, no. They did Spartacus before the show.
Before the show, and then she ended up on. Yeah.
And the problem was they start killing off people from Suicide Squad on Arrow because the movie was coming out. So.
Oh, is that what happened? It's been so long since I've seen Arrow, and I could have sworn she was there later on in the season.
Visions.
But, was it Visions?
Flashbacks.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let me pull her tail out real quick. There you go.
Yeah, because she was Navia. She was the second Navia. The original Navia was on.
Dang, I forgot. Michael J. White was White Tiger, Bronze Tiger.
Oh my
God! Forgot
God.
about that. Man,
that was when the show was good. All right.
Oh man.
Back. And there's so many throwbacks here with actors being in different shows. Anywho, I really hope the queen doesn't bite it, but this will be a vision coming true though. So in a sense, it would make sense if she does perish in this volcano eruption.
Yeah. Because at this point, she's done her purpose. She's like appointed him the proclaimed king. What more does she have to draw the story there? She got them there. She protected the Southlands. She appointed him king. What else do you want her character to do at this point?
And also, I feel like we should go back to Numenor. I don't know if we're going to.
We're gonna have
to, because if she dies, then that ruler or succession needs to somehow take place.
We know who's gonna get that crown. He's been plotting. He's been plotting.
But how long is he gonna last before who takes the reins and be like, look, we got another fight coming. I did think it was really touching, the moment with Bronwyn and Theo. There were just a few touching moments in between all of this. I almost got teared up a little bit. I was like, why am I getting teared up? Because Theo actually felt like the little boy that he should have been, and before he got bitter, or before he started, having an attitude problem. So it was like, I felt that. I was like, good job, guys. Good job.
Yeah. Do you think it's because he's finally not accepted who he is, but he's accepted, his place, with connection with Aaron Deere and his mom, like he feels like he has a purpose. Like he feels like he can contribute as well as he can be himself. Do you think that that's part? Because like through this whole entire thing, like she's trusted him to do certain things. She's like, I need you to go and protect the people inside. Here's this. Like she's not just sheltering him; she's putting him out there. And daggone Arondir is like, yeah, nah. They were fighting side by side. It was like father and son. Like he was cutting down some of them jokers next to his proclaimed dad. We don't know yet. They haven't confirmed it. But I think his little ear got cut though.
You know what? I want them just can we just have that conversation, please? At least for the audience. Can y'all just have that conversation and just confirm for everybody what we all know?
You are the father.
Right. They gonna mess
And
around
also
and the queen
lift
gonna
off
get mad.
that freaking wig, or I need to reel the ears and let's see. Come on, I need to see some of that prosthetics. I need to see where that money's going to.
Dude, I swear during the fight one time, like I saw the side of his ear sticking out like that. I wish I had a screenshot.
To the ears. But yeah, I feel like because it's unsaid, I think if it does get revealed to both Arondir and because I don't think Arondir knows. I really
think he
don't.
does.
I think he does.
I think him.
I think he suspects, but it's not like.
The reason why I say I think he knows is when I paused it and went back when y'all were talking during it, I didn't want to say anything because I was trying to listen. He said to her, I think something along the lines of, "We're gonna be okay. You, me, and Theo. Like we're gonna be." And that was right before they kissed. And so I was like, that's a lot of ownership, you know. And I mean, it's not like he don't care about Theo, but it's kind of like him saying it like that. I was like, okay, yeah, he knows. I think they just are not saying it.
And boy,
yeah, right.
Well, I feel like he was also talking Elvish, and of course we don't have captions, so I feel like he did like some form of version of "I love you" when he was saying that. But yeah, that was another touching moment. I was super happy that they finally kissed because I was like, because I felt like there was always people around them, so they couldn't really do anything but like, you know, lightly touch each other, creating tension, you know, romantic tension. Again, good job, guys. And I was like, they finally kissed, yay! So now I'm like, Galadriel and Halbrand, kiss finally, please.
Now I'll tell you what will not happen until the end of the season or the series is them jokers kissing, because she got to deal with her own stuff first.
Yeah, no.
She's got a lot of healing she got to do. She's in pain.
Well, they.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
So we'll see about that.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised by how many romances that we're seeing. Like, I was not expecting Galadriel and Halbrand. Like, low key, I was kind of okay. If she wasn't gonna go with Halbrand, I was low key hoping that she would go with Isildur's father. But I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. So I'm kind of like sad about that.
Oh, you were shipping her off to somebody else. Got it.
Well, I know she has to eventually get married to like another elf. But I'm like, let her mess around before she gets to that point. Like,
oh, she gonna mess around, all right, with the king.
Let her mess around a little bit. Let her have some fun before she settles down. You know. But that it was one of those things. I wasn't really necessarily shipping her off. Like, if she happens to like fall for someone, I was like, okay, cool. But her fight scenes were actually really good in this episode. I really enjoyed them.
Oh, she's an OG. Like, she was sitting there on the horse dodging joints, and I was just like, I swear, one time she dodged it, went backwards, cut the orc's head off, and just kept it moving.
Yes. And I thought it was a nice throwback when she was talking to the horse as she was teaching Adar. I was like, oh yes, nice throwback, guys. Nice throwback. Mike, why are you here? Any last thoughts, guys? I feel like there wasn't much else happening in this episode other than battles and.
I would say for a fourth to last episode, I guess that word.
Maybe
I guess
third, because I feel like this is 8 episodes. This is episode 6.
Yeah, so third to last episode. I know what the payoff is. I want to see what that final shot is. Again, we keep seeing in the trailer, but I guess there's more left to be desired. Like there's still like who's Mordon and like what, and also other things of revelations. I feel they're not going to get to unless the next 2 episodes. I just know they're just going to go slow and burn with that. I think the money, where most of the money has gone through, I think it's going to be the next 2 episodes. That's my opinion. Of like the most money from this show, like the production and like the shots, the battles, all the stuff that we're waiting for, I think it'll be the next 2 episodes. Just where the director where they're going, because everything's crashing down.
Fair enough.
Dude, I love this episode, bro. Like I could talk about so many different things this episode. Like this is one of my favorite episodes of the season. I think that if there were people that were kind of like, oh, it's too slow, like this episode felt like a movie to me. I think it was like roughly like 1 hour and 10 minutes, but they went through a lot. And the most unbelievable thing that happened in this is they were on the boat and then they're, on horses and they got there just in time. That's the most unbelievable thing about this. But I could care less because I still got the payoffs and the fan service and what I was really hoping for. Which to me, I didn't feel like the pacing felt like it lagged off at all. I feel like it went boom, 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 boom. But the weird thing about this is one of the first episodes that didn't transition between so many different thread lines. Like it was only the 2 thread lines. And then of course they merged those together. So now that's going to be a moving forward thread line, which I like it. Like I really do love this episode. So I don't want to be the only one gushing. So I'm but I can't wait for what's happening next for sure.
I think for the first like major battle scene, I did enjoy it overall. Again, I just felt like some of the pacing was just a little bit off, just slightly. I felt like it could have moved a little bit faster. But for the most part, I definitely like the fight scenes, the one-on-one fight scenes. Of course, Aaron was kicking butt. He was Legolas in this episode for the most part. And Galadriel was Galadriel. And Halbrand was Aragorn a little bit.
Wait, I'm gonna say this about Halbrand. They were sitting there hyping this man up, and I swear I didn't see him kill anybody.
No,
the whole fight went down, right? And I seen him kill, the guy that was on the captain. But after that,
he chased after Galadriel. Like
what?
Halbrand
I didn't
fight a little bit more.
I didn't get it.
Bit more. I need a little bit more fight scene with Halbrand. Like
I didn't understand why they were praising this man's name when I'm like, yo, you got a whole other elf over here that's been.
He was whooping. Like, listen, you saw that kick he did. Like, I was like that. Like, that to me that was the best fight scene this whole show for me. Yeah, dude, he was like doing jumping kicks and stuff. Like, that was good.
Like, Aaron didn't get no praise, none, not even from his woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like. Like, can't he get like that's the only thing. Like, well, that's more of an emotional thing. It is what it is, but I didn't see that Joker. I wanted to see him get bucked. I guess they're gonna save that for later, which is fine.
They may save that for later. I don't know. Hopefully, because I was saying the same thing. Like, why we Halbrand should have had a little bit of like a few minutes, like less than a minute, maybe, other than saving, Isildur's dad. Even Isildur finally had like a little bit of a fight scene. I was super proud. I was like, yay!
Right. I mean, I guess
improving himself.
On paper, he saved the captain, and he captured the person that had the object
with Galadriel's help.
Right. But anyway, he's the king. It's fine. I like him at least, so not a big of a deal.
Mike, any lasting thoughts?
Again, I share the sentiments with Sam. What he's talking about. I really do enjoy this episode. I don't know, it kind of me just better where I left off last week. Because last week I kind of left a little bit confused, but this was like, okay, we're in a good direction. I thought there was a good payoff. So, and right what we need for the remaining 2 or 3 episodes left. But yeah.
All right, well, let us know what you think in the comments about this episode and about the season overall. And thank you for people that have been commenting, the few people that have been commenting on our after shows. We do appreciate it. Much love to y'all, even those that don't like the show, but we love y'all anyway.
But you
And
will.
we will catch y'all next week with the aftermath of this volcano.
Aftermath.
The aftermath.
Falling off the top of